Hold deck confirmed. Okay, I brought in this, this, and this, and I took out one. Oh, I guess. No, let's leave that in. What does this card actually do? Oh. Interesting. Guess that's maybe good. I don't know. Where are the other cards? Get rid of that. Two. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I'll get rid of. Let's only run one, two of those. Okay. All right. Final one here. Boom. Remove. There we go.
Forge of the Fluffed. Okay.
It is your choice.
I'll go first.
Okay. Game number 3. Draven. I definitely want this one for sure. Probably this one.
This feels like a full keep.
This one is definitely good. Maybe. Yeah. No, I think I need to do this. I'm going to mull 2. Okay.
Zonius.
Zonius. Yep. Okay. Let's do thing with Guy. Pass turn.
Let's spell Songer.
Schwelschonga. 5. Yep. Whee! Gold.
You got it.
Gold created. And
Guess what I'm gonna do next turn.
I have a guess, and the guess is that it's gonna be play Ornn and equip stuff. But it could
I can't actually equip the spell Songer because it costs 1 energy as well. And it only reduces power.
You could. Wait. Oh right, Ornn. I don't know why in my mind Ornn costs 5. I don't know why, but because he doesn't.
Yeah, he should cost 2, right?
He should cost 2. You know, you're 100% right. Okay, I'll pass from there. Ornn got played. I've got a recruit token. Oh, I did not mean to. Why is it pinging? Why? I want to right click it. Oh, because it's your thing. That's why.
Yeah.
Is there a way to just create a recruit without having a card that creates a recruit?
Yeah, so on the bottom left hand side there's like a
tokens and
plus
cards.
sign.
Yep, I see.
Yeah.
Recruit. Ooh, I want a Noxian recruit. There we go. Excellent. Okay. So a point for holding. Point for holding.
You get 2.
I should be at 2. You're 100% correct. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh, 6, 7.
Anyway.
He is a mere 6.
I love that for me. Thinking. What if we're just a whole deck again? What does the game look like? It's not. Probably not. I'm certainly going to move this. That's definitely happening. It's a bit of a different game than last time, so I think I'm just on Forerunner. Put that to 0. I don't think I need to throw Draven away or risk him, so we're gonna pass from there.
Okay. I am. I'll send Ornn here.
Just old naked Ornn. Yep, no response.
Catch that.
Ho 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 ho! Wombo combo. Love it.
And then we'll
Consult.
consult the pass.
Yep.
Um. No, I have to respect that. So we'll hide. And then we will. Yeah, I want him to be at least 10.
Fair.
All right.
Interesting. Huh. That's an interesting draw.
Got to play around the thermo beam, which is really annoying.
Very curious. Very curious. What if instead I do become a hold deck? What if I do that? I guess I'll start by doing this. Gold.
Yep.
Up to 3. Um,
14, huh?
do this. 5. And maybe this is a bad idea. Yeah, maybe this is a bad idea. Oh well, it is what it is. Where is it? There we go. I'm going to hide a card.
Okay.
And I'll pass it over.
Ready. We get our hold points.
Yep.
And then I guess we'll just do this for a turn.
Mm-hmm. 2 ships passing in the night.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll get a point. We'll get a.
You get a recruit.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, that really needs to be paper tree. Why is this now?
Oh, yeah, because that would certainly be benefiting you more. Let's get a gold. Let us get that gold.
This treasure hunter is so good.
It really has been making the last 2 games sort of work in a way that they did not work the first game. 4, 5, 6. We're a whole deck. Eggs, meat basket. And I'll pass the turn.
Get some gold tokens.
You do. You get a
1,
point.
2, 3, 4. I get a point. We'll do this. Draw. Cycle this. At least 22. All right. I am feeling 22 actually. So
Good old Taylor Swift.
boom.
10.
22 might. So you
15.
have more than 22 might, right?
I've
4,
got 6, 12,
12,
16.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess the Draven trigger goes on the stack, which I'll pay for. So, 6, 12, 18, 22, 27, 28 by my count. That's what I'm at right
Yep.
now.
Okay.
It is your focus.
I'm gonna pass focus.
Ah, Trixie, Trixie. I'm kind of okay with this. Yeah, I am also going to pass focus.
Kill Draven. We'll kill the Vex. So that's 11.
Yep.
And then we'll kill the Ferris Forerunner, the
Yep.
Ferris Forerunner,
Yep.
and the recruits.
Okay.
And then I will lose my Zonios.
Yep.
You will lose 2 stats. Boop.
I'll draw a card from Draven Legend.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, we'll try and trade.
Um, Interesting. There was a reason not to do that earlier. Yep. That trade happens. Goodbye, switcheroo. Whoops, there we go. I guess I could cast switcheroo and swap those mites.
There we go.
Okay. I'm just glad that my precious treasure hunter survived that whole exchange. Okay, so we've got different plans now.
Oh, actually, you know what's cool? Is you can right click, I think it says there's like a one doesn't untap. So you can always leave 1 gold token exhausted.
Oh, I like that. Nice. Sweet. Well, speaking of which, let's increase that counter.
Yeah, sure that happens.
Yep. Let's do this as well. I think we're no longer a hold deck. Yep.
Find your center.
Yep.
And then I will accept that.
Okay. 6 points for Gryffindor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, let's actually just pay the power here. Yeah. Old Mechie boy back in the base. And no, I think I do need to do this. Ezreal is
Okay, I have actually, yeah, I have a response to the Ezreal trigger.
Okay. Yep.
Salt to pass.
Sure. That makes sense. Okay. Ezreal is going to discard. Long sword to draw 2. Interesting. Okay. That's going to be it for me.
Um. Hmm. So let's see. 16. He's 20 might. You have 12, 19, 22. Huh? Okay. Um.
Nah. Nah, I don't have anything. Got no might. I've got one at each. Center found. Schwelschonga. It's now
See,
Giganto.
you know what? Hold on a second. I think I actually don't have the runes to pay for that. So otherwise, I get into thermo beam range.
Nah. Card doesn't exist. It can't
So
hurt you.
yeah, we'll
Goodbye,
we'll do
treasure
that.
hunter. You served me well, friend.
We'll use the forge.
Yep.
3, it's 5, it's 8, so 16, 18. All right, so he's 30 might.
Is that it?
Um, yeah, he's not. It's nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll. Write this here.
Card hidden. Yep.
4. Ah!
Goodbye, Mr. Recruit. You, I guess, served me. I wouldn't say well, no. Okay. So, I feel like I've got a decent shot here. But let's see. So 4, 5, 1,
6, 5.
1, 5, and 2 red power to cast the card Thermo Bemis. Yep, that makes sense.
He's got a second
I
thermo
will
beam.
cast the card Thermo Bemis.
Thermos Bemis. Oh my goodness.
Thermos
I
Beam
think
Mueller.
I will sack these 2 for 2 power.
Power.
I have 2 power floating.
You've got 2 power floating. Yep. And your Spellsonger's
All right.
dead. So Ornn is 4. Just straight up good old fashioned 4. What's the least amount of might I need to do to
That's
try?
game. You know what? So I had the second wind wall. But I felt like I was kind of forced into there because if you tried to defend, I don't think I was drawing.
I was,
Wow.
I think
And I was never
I
finding
was
these.
pretty covered because I also had switcheroo. So I'm like, if you counter both thermo beams, I feel like switcheroo probably gets there. So I don't think you can counter both and counter switcheroo.
Yeah, I would have needed a not so fast.
You'd have needed, well, yeah, you'd have needed to leave open 8, right? Because the only thing that counters
Yeah.
thermo beam is wind wall, and then you'd either need to leave up 8 or 9, which is tough to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty tough. Damn. Yeah. Draven's pretty good. Thermo
GG's,
Beam's pretty
yeah.
tough.
Yeah,
Anyways,
thermo beam.
do you have a deck list for this one? I do. Sorry.
Nice. Oh yeah, if you wanna ship that over here too, I'll I'll be taking notes because this is very different than the list that I ran. Again, I just basically have been looking at Chinese tournaments that have had more than like one store's worth of players and
Yeah,
finding lists and not doing anything to them. Just like, okay, this did top eighted an event with 64 or more people. Let's see how it does. So the list I had was a like Tiana Crown Guard version,
yeah,
which
I've seen
felt
that one.
quite gimmicky. Um,
It's very good game one, and that's all it's there for.
yeah. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about citing it out. Interesting, but it felt very much like you have to be doing this thing, or yeah, you just lose. I was also playing against Alan on Aurelia, which was a trip to the deep end, to say the least.
Yeah, I bet.
It was like,
Alan's also
yeah.
incredible at the game, so
Yeah,
it
no, no,
makes it
no.
even
It was
more
it was the
interesting.
deep end for multiple reasons. It's like, why not start the testing of the deck off against one of the best players in the world? Why not? That was awesome. But I got some good gameplay here with
Yeah,
Ornn.
that's the deck list. So I will
Awesome.
say the Janna, I'm still 50-50 on.
Okay.
She does do some pretty cool things with like the drop borders, because it lets you like send in a drop border and still win combat. Um, but I don't know. Most of the time, I think I'd rather just have another World Atlas, to be honest.
Yeah. Wait. What card are you talking about?
Janna, remember game one how I Janna'd you with my drop border on the field, and you're like, "Fuck."
Oh, I'm talking about a different card. I think I'm talking about
Uh,
Tiana Crown Guard. The like.
yeah, yeah.
Wait.
Tiana Crown Guard, the 7 drop
Yeah,
that
yeah,
she's 2 power, she's 4 might, she's got deflect.
yeah. You didn't play.
Your
You
opponent's
didn't play
Dancing
that
Storm.
card, right? Did you?
No, 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 no. I was just saying in my list, I have a one of Janna because it was in
Oh,
the Chinese list.
Jana. Okay, I
Because
thought you were saying Chiana. Okay, that's where my that's where my silliness came in. No, yeah, the Jana I got boomed by Jana. Cool. That'll be it for this game. I'll do a little deck wrap up here in a second, but thank you, Sasuke, for playing this match, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, you just saw the end of that match. Hope you enjoyed it. We played Draven, called it Jun Draven. I stick by it. This was probably the most conservative build of the deck that you can run. Talked about it in the intro, so I won't go too far. I just want to give some overall thoughts. Like many of the Spirit Forge decks I've played so far, you have to be super, super mindful of your power costs, the amount of power you are paying early in the game. You may need to make some somewhat inefficient plays or less, pardon the pun, powerful plays early on in order to have the amount of runes in play necessary on the critical turns. Now, knowing your matchups and your deck in general will help you figure out what those turns are. I'm obviously learning that in real time, which is why I end up with some turns where I'm like, oh, I need to try to win here. And I've got 4 runes in play. Doesn't feel very good. But when I'm able to get ahead with Treasure Hunter, when I'm actually playing with some of the less power intensive cards like just the Draven Chosen Champ, all of a sudden starts to make a lot of sense. Couple of cards that stuck out to me as maybe not the best. Edge of Night, I think, again, given the given what I just said about power costs, it is hard to justify hiding cards a lot. Now, maybe I just need to be more aggressively hiding cards and hoping that my opponent is playing around Fight or Flight, and then I just Edge of Night. I think that's probably the use case, but I would need to play the deck a bit more. Longsword, again, I was playing against Ornn, so winning a close combat is kind of a thing that is not necessarily going to happen in this deck, though. Of course, in the first game, we saw that if I wouldn't have pitched that first Blood Rush, I actually would have been able to do something there. But actually, no, I wouldn't have. I still lost to Janna. Anyway, in any case, We saw here that very, very power hungry deck, but very strong. I mean, I think you could probably play a spinning axe or two. I would not hate that if that uh, allows you to surpass a break point. I would be fine playing that. Overzealous Fan felt really good. Tide Turner, I think, makes more sense with Darius and Ferocious Forerunner, though I'm not sold on it. I don't know how much of the high end you need. I did like the fact that this deck was not overloaded on fours like I've seen a lot of them. There's not 3 copies of Draven, 3 copies of Kaisa, 3 copies of Rel. Like, it actually just has the Draven as your chosen champ, which I think is perfectly fine. But I think that my play style did not really lean into the having to play around Draven and generate value there. So I think with some playstyle adjustments, with some extra games under the belt, I can play this deck even better and have a little bit more of an informed decision as to what I want in the deck. Now, Rebuke and Switcheroo, again, really powerful cards, really power hungry cards again. So I think potentially can cut down. I kind of want to cut down on the power cost of the deck and not essentially rely on Treasure Hunter. And then maybe have some other plays. Maybe it is just a red Kaisa to be able to. I felt like I was missing the ability to just play a decent unit onto the board without having to spend power. So either I guess this deck is leaning more into generating gold, which I was not playing around, and therefore I started to fall behind, or perhaps just from a deck building stance, need to have a bit less of a power cost. All the battlefields felt okay. I think that there's probably better choices in general, and then the sideboard, I don't have too many thoughts on it, other than I don't really know I don't know where the Vex is supposed to come in. Like, it's a solid card. It doesn't feel like a sideboard card to me, if that makes sense. It feels like a generically good card. Like, I feel like if you want this card in the deck, you should just play it rather than having it in the sideboard. But again, I would need someone to maybe give me the use case for that, and I'd feel better about it. But other than that, let me know what you thought of the deck. Let me know what you think of the series. What deck would you like to see next? Let me know in the comments below. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of the games in this series, you can check them out in the playlist above. And make sure you subscribe to know when the new games are going up on the channel.